Entrepreneurship isn't for the faint of heart. It takes a certain type of person who can handle the stress and pressure that comes with starting your own business. But despite the many challenges, it's still one of the best ways to create financial freedom for yourself and your family. So if you're thinking about taking the plunge, make sure that you can identify with these 9 signs that you should be an entrepreneur. If you can't relate to these signs, then entrepreneurship might not be the right path for you. Number 1, you take action. It's true what they say, great ideas are a dime a dozen. Just about everyone has had that moment of inspiration where they think to themselves, hey, this could be the next big thing. Unfortunately, very few people ever do anything with these ideas. Most people are content to sit on their $1 million idea and do nothing with it. So what separates the successful from the wannabes? It's simple. Action. The fact is, if you're not taking action, then you're not really doing anything at all. You might be thinking about it and planning it, but nothing will happen until you get up and start doing something. That's why when I was starting out, I used to make sure that every day I did at least one thing that would move me towards my goal of being successful. And today, I still make sure that every single day I do at least one thing that moves me closer to my goals. More than almost anything else, taking decisive action is what separates successful entrepreneurs from the rest of the pack. Number 2, you're not afraid of failure. There's an old saying that goes, the biggest risk is not taking any risks. And when it comes to entrepreneurship, that couldn't be more true. After all, starting your own business is all about taking risks. You have to be willing to put yourself out there, try new things, and sometimes fail. The reality is that failure is a part of the process. It's going to happen, and you can't be afraid of it. You can't let it hold you back from trying something new or taking a risk in your business. The best business people have failed at many things, but every time they fail at something, they learn something new about themselves, the world around them, or how they could be better at what they're doing. Failure and setbacks are not only okay, they're necessary for growth and success. Number 3, you're passionate about your work. Some people believe that the key to success is to find a job that you're passionate about. While it's certainly important to be enthusiastic about your work, there's more to it than that. For an entrepreneur, the most important thing is to be passionate about the process of starting and running a business. After all, it's easy to get discouraged when sales are slow or when you're facing difficulties with suppliers. But if you're passionate about the work of building a business, then you'll be more likely to persevere through the tough times. So if you're thinking of starting a business, ask yourself whether you're passionate about the process as well as the product or service. If the answer is yes, then you just might have what it takes to succeed. Number 4, you're a self-starter. If you're the type of person who can't even get out of bed in the morning without someone telling you to, then entrepreneurship is probably not for you. Entrepreneurs are self-starters because they have the motivation, creativity, and skills to generate their own ideas and make them a reality. They don't need others to tell them what to do or how to do it. Instead, they decide on their own goals and create strategies based on those goals that will lead them towards success. In the end, to be successful in creating your own business, you need to be able to work hard and push yourself to achieve more than others do. You also need to be able to motivate yourself and keep going even when times get tough or when you don't feel like it. Number 5, you're persistent. When most people think of entrepreneurs, they think of people who are always coming up with new ideas and are constantly innovating. But what they don't realize is that it's also about being persistent. Entrepreneurs know that success is a marathon, not a sprint, and they're willing to put in the work to get to their goals. They don't give up on their dreams just because things are difficult or because obstacles are blocking their path. They can overcome those obstacles and keep going no matter what happens along the way. As the saying goes, the only way to fail is to quit. So if you're persistent and willing to stick with it, there's no telling how far you'll go. Number 6, you're flexible and adaptable. The world is changing rapidly, and you need to be flexible and adaptable as an entrepreneur. You have to be able to change direction quickly, pivot your business plan, and completely rethink your approach when the market says you're wrong. It's not easy, but it's necessary if you want to avoid being left behind. One of the biggest reasons that established businesses fail is due to an inability to change course. They'll find a bit of success and then become so stuck in their way of doing things that they're unwilling to pivot even when the market conditions are changing. But the ability to continually find success among constantly changing conditions is at the core of what entrepreneurship is all about. Number 7, you're a good problem solver. A good problem solver is one of the most important qualities an entrepreneur can have. After all, entrepreneurship is all about solving problems. Entrepreneurs have an innate ability to see through the normal way of thinking and see potential opportunities that others have overlooked. They are willing to try something new, even if it means going against conventional wisdom or the status quo. Whether it's a problem with your product, your marketing, or your operation, if you can't find solutions to the problems you're facing, your business is likely to fail. In business, there are always going to be challenges and obstacles, but that's what makes it so exciting. It's up to you to figure out how to overcome those challenges and turn them into opportunities for growth and success. Number 8, you're comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know you're an entrepreneur when you're comfortable with being uncomfortable. This is because starting a business is an uncomfortable process. There will be times when you'll have to put yourself out there and put your business on the line. But in order to succeed, you have to be willing to face challenges. Every successful business owner has at least one story of how they overcame a challenge and learned a lot in the process. These stories help them see the value in staying the course and learning from their mistakes. They are also focused on growth and expansion. They know that there is no limit as long as they keep pushing forward and taking calculated risks along the way. This isn't a path for those who want to live a life of luxury without having to work for it. It's about working hard every day so that you can make your dreams come true by building something from scratch and not just dreaming about what could be. Number 9, you have a vision. When people ask me what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur, I always tell them the same thing. You need to have a vision. And not just any old vision, but a vision that is so strong and so powerful that it drives you to do what you do. This vision should inspire you and motivate you to keep going, even when the going gets tough. It should be something that sets you apart from the rest and makes you unique. Without a clear vision, you'll never be able to achieve your true potential. So if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, make sure you have a vision that is worthy of your time and your effort. There you have it, 9 signs that you might be an entrepreneur. There's no doubt that it's a challenging path, but if you have what it takes, it can be an incredibly rewarding experience. Who knows, your idea might just be the next big thing.